Yay, we are live. I'm going to wait a second here for people to log in and then get going. Today was a good day. I just rolled over from a group meditation. Got to hang out and meditate with a friend of mine and get all peaceful. What's up, Auntie Ruby? What's up, Nancy? What's up, Mom? Nice. So yeah, that was good. Kind of a nice precursor to the talk here. Hey. So I was kind of unsure about how to go about this talk of angels and spirit guides, knowing that there would be a whole lot of different belief systems and ways of interpreting and looking at all of this. Hey, Mom. But I think the best way is to go about it just talking about my own experience. And that's really what motivated me to want to talk about this, is the progression of my relationship with the guides and the angels that are here with me and assisting me, and just how comforting it's been for me in this life and this experience. I know exactly, yeah, Auntie Ruby, I'm using my guides to talk about my guides. And I actually, I was connecting with them the last few hours, asking, for me to give them justice and accurately portraying them. And really, it's just all about love, and it's all about connection. So, and also I wanted to say too, everybody is going to have a different spiritual gift. We all have our individual gifts, and we all have our individual ways that we connect. And so even though I'm telling you a little bit about how I connect, I think it's going to be different for everybody. I first began consciously connecting with my guides after I was diagnosed with ALS, and I was looking into tons of supplements and ordering a ton of supplements. And I have all these, and how do I know what's right for me, what's going to help me, what the dosages should be? And so I'm going through all of these questions in my mind. And I had heard about guides. I certainly had felt a spiritual connection in my life, in my reality. And I thought, I don't know exactly who I'm talking to, but I'm going to ask my body, God, my guides for assistance here. So what I would do is I'd hold a supplement in my hand, and I'd close my eyes, and I would ask yes or no question. And what I found that I don't want to say had the ability to do, but I was open to receiving information. And the way that my guides began to present that to me is in the form of an energy bar. So I'd ask, is this supplement in my best interest? And I'd get an energy bar at the upper field of my vision behind my eyes if it's a yes, lower field of my vision behind my eyes if it's a no, and sort of a bar in the middle if it's a maybe. And since that time, my intuitive sense has gotten finer to where I'm able to receive more specific information. For example, sometimes I'll get a vertical bar in the middle of my field of vision that opens up like a book. It splits in half. That's my guides telling me you need to do more research on your own and learn a little bit more on your own before we're able to answer this for you. And it's so fascinating because a lot of times our guides don't want to just give us the answers. They want us to learn, and they're here to help us to do that. But initially, my relationship with my guides was largely intellectual. I needed information about these supplements, and I found a way to get that information. I was kind of like, cool, I got it, sweet. Within the last 6 months or so, especially the last 2 or 3 months, I've been wanting to establish a more personal connection and relationship with my guides. And so what I did one day was I asked, for sort of my primary guide to step forward in meditation, and had my eyes closed, and this energy came forward. It was a masculine energy, very intelligent and wise and bright. And I had no way of knowing this entity's, this being, this angel's name. But there was a very good feeling, and I was like, is it okay if I call you Zen? And I got kind of an energetic feel of yes. And so I met my primary guide, and then I met two other guides, two other female energies. One was an extremely loving healer, just powerfully loving energy, and another one was very playful, light, energetic, joyful, spontaneous, and I called her Sunlight. And so it was very cool to be able to connect with a few of these individual guides that I had been receiving this information from. But I started getting myself into a little bit of trouble, because I would be like, okay, is one guide jealous? Is one guide jealous if I'm connecting to the others? And I need to know about this information. Which one is going to be the expert? And I never really knew. And so it actually, I feel like now, looking back on it, was a disadvantage, at least for me at this particular time, looking too much into the individual guides. And it actually stopped me really from connecting on the personal level and kind of going back to the energetic, the intellectual connection of kind of yes or no questions. About a month ago, I was listening to an audiobook, and the speaker was talking. She's kind of an intuitive, and she met this very famous lady and said she immediately sensed this army, basically, of beings and angels around this woman who just wanted to be asked to help with something. They were so passionate and had so much love for this lady that they just wanted to be of assistance. And in hearing about this story, I was like, I want that, you know? I want that kind of relationship with my guides, a personal connection like that. And so I started to talk to my guides more. I started to thank them more. I started to have more conversations and ask for things. And one of the things that I like to ask for that's the most practical benefit in my life, with my relationship with my guides, is for them to remind me of things. So I have an appointment or I have an idea and I can't get to my phone to write it down, and I'll just send them a quick little thought like, please remind me of this. And the more that I ask, the more it's right on time, exactly when I need it. And the more I get, the more I say thank you. And you know, I feel like even though we're all together in this life experience, we have friends and family, in a certain way we're all walking our paths alone. And there's something that feels so comforting about being able to connect with guides that I feel like are here just for me. It's like a family that I didn't really know of, that all of a sudden I'm aware of, that's like my cheerleaders, basically, that are here to help me. And becoming conscious of that and feeling that support is pretty powerful. There's a synchronicity that my guides help me with as well. Little things like, do you go right or left? And feeling into things. I feel like they're guiding me on my path, and it's very helpful and comforting. And they're always there. But the increasing conscious connection and establishing a relationship kind of with them collectively. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to talk about. So I got myself into trouble thinking, okay, I'm going to talk to this guide or that guide. I now know that I have far more guides than just 3, even though I don't know how many. And so when I connect with them, I connect with like guides, and I just kind of visualize a group, and I know that there's a group. I can kind of feel that collective energy, even if I don't know the specifics, and I like that. So I don't know where everybody is at individually with how conscious their connection to their own guides are, but my belief system is that we all have beings, guides, angels that are here to assist us. Like specifically, like you're so special that you have angels with you that are just waiting for you to connect with them. And I think the most important thing that we can do if we want to establish that greater conscious connection is to let them know that we know that they're there, remember that they're there, talk, have a conversation, ask for things. And it's important in the beginning. Maybe you'll feel a little bit crazy. Who am I talking to here? Like, is there anybody there? They're always there. The only blockage is our awareness of them. And the more that we have an intention of becoming aware of this presence, these loving beings, these loving angels, guides that are here for us, the more conscious we can become of that connection. So that's, I think, one really powerful element if you're looking to experience your guides in a more conscious way as well. And I highly recommend it because, as I've said, it's been so important in my life. The other thing is stillness and meditation. If I find that when my mind is incredibly active, the mental activity overshadows some of the more subtle energy of the guides that they're bringing through, and of my soul and my path in general. So the more still, the more present you can be, the more open you make yourself for that connection. Got a question here, one sec. Yeah, Auntie Ruby, so she asked if I ever feel like guides or family or friends that have passed. And absolutely, I was just talking to somebody today. I don't have conscious memories of my Auntie Lori, mom's sister, but I feel her so strongly in my life. And it's so cool that I, don't really remember her yet. I still have this powerful connection with her. So I absolutely believe that our angels can be friends or loved ones who pass. And a lot of it's beyond my comprehension, Sometimes I know the specifics, energies, but then other times I just know that there's a lot of beings here, angels that love me and support me. That's awesome, Stacy. So I guess that's mainly what I wanted to say today. It's a little bit off the beaten path, I recognize, and it's not necessarily mainstream in terms of its interpretation and belief, but for me it's so very real and it's had such a profound impact on my life, especially recently, with a more conscious connection of love and compassion and gratitude, especially. So I was really excited to share with you guys, and thanks again for spending some time with me and listening and for us to be together. It's so cool in this way. So sending love, everybody, and I hope to talk with you, interact with you sometime soon. All right, bye.